beat me to the 19th hole. The 19th hole. I'm at the 19th hole, fellowshipping with a few folks. My game was on, so I won by a few strokes. Cognac and a few totes. We gon' talk about our views and let the news post. Whether a hole in one or a triple bogey. Sit down at the round table, get to know me. Black excellence, living holy. Golf carts get driven slowly while we picking stogies.
The round's been played. We back here at the 19th hole. Reed, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm ready to enjoy this cigar.
I know you probably played today. Have you played yet? You?
Not today.
Not today?
Not today, but I played yesterday.
All right.
And the weather hold up, I'm play today too.
There you go. Once again, I'm your host, Warren Hardy. Got my partner in crime, Mr. Jay Reed. And today we got a special guest, Mr. Brandon LaFell. Well, let me take that step back. Let me put some respect on his name. We got Super Bowl champion, Brandon LaFell. Brandon, say what's up to the people, man. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Like you said, I'm Brandon LaFell, Super Bowl champ for New England Patriots, LSU alumni, Houston's own, Lamar High School, still a Redskin. I'm not a Texan, I'm a true Redskin. Grew up right here in Houston, Texas, little neighborhood called 4-4.
I will repeat again. I am a true Redskin, not a Texan.
Right.
Lamar alumni. Shout out to everybody that graduated from Lamar. Man, you say you went to LSU, man. I want to, before we get into it, what years were you down there?
2005, 2009.
All right, I wanted to say that for a reason. When you were down there, I mean, it had to be electric. Football team was on fire. Men's basketball team was on fire. Final Four appearances. Women's basketball was on fire. The baseball team was on fire. Just how was that experience? Plus y'all were winning. The football team was electric. What was just that vibe like coming from Lamar and then going to that setting?
Man, it was crazy because that first year I didn't play our red shirted. Katrina hit. Mm-hmm. So we go from already having 35,000 kids to we having the extra 5,000 because all the schools in New Orleans that was closed, they had free open enrollment to LSU. So we got all those students from that school, they down there with us. Season get delayed probably a month because it was just so much destruction in the state of South Louisiana. And then football season kick off. I think we go 11-2 that year. I'm excited, but I wasn't playing, so I was only excited for a certain reason. But I tell you, that next year when we started playing, I think we went 11-2. We probably lost 2 games by a total of 9 or 10 points. Mm-hmm. And that year, that team was the best team I was on in my life. That was the most talent I've been around. It was crazy. But throughout my whole time at LSU, football team won national championship. We were one of the top programs every year, if not the best program. We had some of the best talent around.
Fact.
Our girls' basketball team was ridiculous. Fact. I think when I was there, we probably went to the Final Four.
At least 3 times.
At least 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times.
Our boys' basketball team went to the Final Four.
Mm.
And then the year we won national championship, our baseball team won national championship. Right. And our star baseball player was my roommate. Wow.
So because he played football as well.
He played football. Yeah. He was a receiver, Jared Mitchell. Jared Mitchell from New Iberia, Louisiana, where my mom's from. But yeah, he's a receiver behind me. He's one of those guys that got playing time here and there, but baseball, he was the guy.
Yeah, I remember.
And yeah, I
think he went first round to the White Sox, if I'm not mistaken.
Speaking of that, we all at the apartment watching the draft. This joker leaves the room. He gets a phone call, leaves the room, comes back in. We watching like, hey man, when you getting drafted? Like, when you get drafted? He just quiet. I'm like, man, it's bugging me. Like, when my dude get drafted? 23rd pick, Chicago White Sox. Select Jared Mitchell.
Exciting time.
We just go crazy.
Okay,
room not much this big. We go crazy, but like that was man. Then when I say my years at LSU, man, those memories, man. I just wish my kids get a chance to experience that because those friends, those memories, those times, One of the best years of my life.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It was electric. I mean, I was working down there at the time, so I was piggybacking a little bit on it. So I know. And then, like I say, I got some family down there. They're big time women's basketball, men's basketball. So I was going to the games. I mean, it was crazy.
Wow.
I mean, it was just the city was unbelievable.
I can imagine.
Man, we had to wait for our girls' basketball games were so packed. We had to wait to halftime for people to come out for us to get in.
Wow, it's insane.
That's how crazy it was.
That's great.
Before we go a little farther, Reed, what are we smoking today?
Well, today we're smoking Angelino. A lot of people don't even know really about Angelinos, but this cigar is made by Godfather. God of Fire, I'm sorry.
God of Fire.
It's a Connecticut Ecuadorian wrapper, Dominican binder, and filler, made in the DR because that's where Tourist Fuente's factory is. So
Yep.
This comes out of that. So, you got Tourist Fuente, you got God of Fire, you got Opus. All those things along the same line, come out of the same factory, but it just depends on the quality of the tobacco, which is based on what line it is.
Right.
Because Angelinos, man, to me, it's a good cigar. Got a little bit of pepper, got a little cream to it, but it's a good morning, midday smoke.
Yeah, you could smoke these and continue on with your day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's some other sticks in here you can't do that with.
No, sir, not at all. Man, but so far, I mean, I lit it up. The introduction of this is very great, very smooth. I'm not quite to the middle yet, but I'm sure we'll get there as the conversation going. So now that we're on the cigar, so when did you start smoking? What kind of got you into the culture, if that's even the right way to say it, or just smoking in general?
I want to say I probably
Cigars, that is.
Cigars. Hey, come on, man. Man, I would say I think I really started smoking cigars when me and my wife went on vacation to Punta Meta
Okay.
in Mexico, and we was down there. We had went to a little spot called the Office right there off the beach, and we had the fresh catch of the day. And man, the fish was so good. Had a guy recommend us buy some cigars from a guy he know, because buying cigars on the beach can be tricky.
Absolutely.
Right.
So he recommended one of the guys he know. He called the guy. Guy came up, sold us some cigars, and man, we went back to the place we were staying. Had a hot tub. And I'm talking. We sat out there. And we just smoked and talked.
Yeah.
Just chill.
And
Good thing, man. Like
Yeah.
love right there.
man, it was
Yeah.
it was just so relaxing. And you had a moments like that, you try to recreate them.
Right.
And then it was like, man, we got back to Houston. Just had moved into our new place. Got a nice backyard. So man, we just started sitting out there, put the kids to bed by 8:30.
Yeah.
We don't got nothing to do in the morning but take them to school. So we'll sit out there, cut the fireplace on, watch a movie, smoke a cigar. And it just became so relaxing to it, because at the same time I was dealing with my injury.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, I got this, man, you doing this, how you rehab going, we gonna see you on here, what we doing, this, and there was just a lot going on. And it just, smoking cigars, talking to my wife, just chilling at the house, it just became relaxing. And before you know it, my brother-in-law, we'll go play football Saturday morning. My son in football, son in flag. After that, everybody come over, kids jump in the pool. Man, we'll barbecue, or we'll have crawfish or something, we'll eat. Watch whatever football games coming on 9 times out of 10. It was LSU playing somebody.
Yep.
Watch games. Before you know it, hey man, the kids going in the house. One, you got the sticks? Yeah, I got some stuff. Marcel, you got something? Like man, we did that for 3 or 4 months straight.
Yeah. So the time he's talking, this is during COVID.
Right.
So I mean, I felt like I was like, no. So you said play football. So this was 2019.
It was 2019.
It was the fall of 2019. So we're having games Friday, Saturdays. So it was every weekend.
Every weekend.
For what, 2-3 months?
Yeah, about 3
Solid.
months.
I mean, that was it.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Now you had an interesting story about how you started smoking. I want to hear this before we dive.
Yeah, how you start smoking cigars.
How you started smoking cigars.
John Simmons, the owner of International House of Stogie.
Shout out, Big John.
Yeah. He invited me out to Vegas for his birthday. We travel to Vegas, every year for his birthday, right? And he would always smoke him a cigar while we playing. I would always say no, man. So about the 3rd year we went to Vegas, some of our other friends came that we knew that smoked cigars. And after the round, this cat named, I got it on Masculino, we call him JP, Jeff Powell. And Mr. Powell said, man, come on, Reed, smoke a cigar with me, man. So he gave me this little cigar called the Original, right? So we had this big old cylinder of beer, we drank, and I'm tired from golf. I smoked this little cigar called Original. It was a cigar, man, wasn't else in it. And man, I'm talking that cigar put me down. I felt like somebody hit me in my stomach 3 times. Mike Tyson.
Did you eat?
Yeah, we was at a pizza spot. We had the beer. I ate everything good. And that was the first time I smoked a cigar, though. Yeah, that sucker was strong, man. But after about 30 minutes, I said, give me another. Because, cigars, they don't really stay on you that long. So after you smoke something, But JP a cool cat, man. He owns Masculino cigars. We got to have him on the show one time. But he gave me my very first cigar, and I'll never forget that, man, at one of John's birthdays.
Man, I'm like, I don't really remember the exact day and time that I started smoking cigars. It had to be, I've always loved golf. It was definitely after college. Guys invite you out for tournaments, maybe just give you one. You just kind of, puff on it here and there.
Yeah.
But I would say I really, really started to get back into it. I want to say it had to be right around the time when he started, because that was kind of a commonality between us. And golf and amongst other things, kids play the same thing. So, we're always
you guys do it. Y'all came in the correct way. When I came into smoking cigars, it was just, I wasn't really trying to sit down and relax, It was like I'm drinking, and we was drinking. You know how we drink. I was a little too much, and then I'm like, yeah, man, give me that cigar. So let me tell you about the second time I smoked a cigar.
Okay.
Second time I met OJ.
Second time I met OJ.
We was at Coda Grill, man.
I met OJ for once, too.
Have him on the show.
Okay.
So listen, man, the second time I smoked a cigar, I'll make this real short. I don't even remember what it was. You can ask my wife, man. She will testify to this. I came home, took out all my clothes, and laid on the floor.
You sure it was nothing else in there?
Man, there was nothing else in it. I was literally bought the cigar. I walked in the cigar shop. I kid you not, got naked. At home. On the floor.
You just hurt like that?
I was hurt, bro.
He wasn't lying, though. I really did meet OJ. That was an experience.
Oh, we got to hear this story.
Like now?
No, not now. That's about a guy.
Now? I don't want to take the shot away from him. But, all right, so you got into smoking cigars, 9 years in the NFL. Do you see yourself transitioning? Well, you're transitioning away from the game now. Not going to go into that a whole lot. But do you see yourself reaching back, helping those younger guys as they come in, maybe some of the pitfalls or decisions you made, giving them those lessons? You see yourself stepping into that mentor, mentoree type roles for some of the younger guys in the league?
I definitely do. And I think I've been doing that for like the last, I want to say like 4 or 5 years of my career. Because wherever I've been at, after your first contract, you're a vet now.
Yeah. So
it's always going to be rookies coming in after you. And one of the things I think that helped me in my career, on the field and off the field, was being around Steve Smith. And man, there was a guy that set me down.
Right?
Yeah, Panthers, Steve Smith. There was a guy that set me down my rookie year. Because he overheard me talking to one of my teammates about me not cashing my checks because I didn't have a financial advisor at that time. And I'm coming from having no money to having a whole lot of money now. So my way of not spending it was just not cashing it. And he set me down, asked me about my finances. Like, hey, man, financially, how you sitting? I'm like, man, I think I'm doing pretty good. He's like, what you invested in? I'm like, nothing. He's like, well, you ain't doing nothing if you ain't investing. He's like, yeah, you got money just sitting in the countertop. Like, hey, that ain't doing that for you. Invest, let it work for you. Right. So the conversations we had on the field, off the field, that helped me out. It was like, this guy didn't have to do that for me.
Right. Yeah.
But he helped me out tremendously. So if I'm ever in a situation to help the younger guys, I'm going to do it. Right. And I think I've been doing that for the last 5 or 6 years of my career. Every time a young guy come in, I don't want to be in your business, but financially, where you sitting at? How you doing? How you doing, man? What you want to invest in? I'm thinking about this. Do you know about that?
Yeah.
Or you just heard this guy in the locker room talk about it? Man, how about you invest in some low risk stuff? That stuff you're interested in.
Do some research.
Yeah, research your stuff.
Yeah.
Invest in stuff that you're interested in and stuff you don't mind checking up on and looking at, because it is your money. You got to check on it yourself. But
nobody's gonna look after it like you are.
Right. Nobody's gonna look at your money like you. But like on the field, like still to this day when I go to the gym, if I see a young guy in there if he working with a trainer, I'm not gonna step on that trainer's toes.
Right.
But I'm gonna ask the trainer, hey man, can I talk to you guys? Like, you doing some great stuff with him. You got crazy footwork.
Mm-hmm.
But if he do this right here, high school guys don't know about this.
Right.
I didn't know about this till I got to the NFL. So if I'm giving the young guys in high school some tips that I learned about in the NFL, that's gonna put him years ahead of the guys he's playing. Right?
Yep.
You know, so matter whether I'm in the gym or I'm on the field, if I see a young guy or there's some young guys over there working out, they want to come work out with us, I'm gonna let you work out with us. If you're doing it wrong, I'm gonna tell you. If you can take the coaching, apply it to your game, I'm here for you.
Right.
But like being a mentor to young guys, man, it's second nature to me.
Yeah.
And I love it because that was our thing at LSU. If you're ahead, you got two hands to pull yourself up and to pull the guy behind you back up with you.
Right.
That was our motto. Hey, everybody help each other.
I could definitely see all that in you, man, what you just said. 'Cause even from us just playing golf, when someone does something wrong or you might get a bad shot or something, I can see how you are encouraging and you also don't mind being encouraging. You know, you play sometimes with guys and they don't want you to say nothing to them.
Right.
It's
Like
my
that.
swing, it is what it is.
No, it's a joke. That was a joke. No disrespect to that.
But I could definitely see
Yeah.
what you said.
He does do that on the course. Yes, you know, if he's swinging it right, he gonna be encouraging. But if he's not, he ready to get up out of there too.
Yeah, but you know, like like mentoring kids. You know, the crazy thing about it, it's easy for me to mentor kids on basketball court than it is football.
Really?
It's crazy, man, because basketball is my first love.
Okay.
And like growing up, I watched football, but I didn't study football.
Right.
I studied basketball every day.
No stuff.
Like, that was my issue in high school. I never did all-season training because I was playing basketball.
Right.
And even to this day, like when my son plays basketball, I'm always in the gym tweaking the kid game.
Yeah.
Hey, man, do this. Hey, you know about this move? Nah, I'm going to show you this move.
Your son is nice.
It's
He's
nice,
already nice.
but it's
He's
just
nice.
like
Yeah,
basketball-wise, like coaching and mentoring for basketball, I can see myself coaching basketball sooner than I can coach football.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy, man.
That is. He brought up the golf game, so now we're gonna take this transition. You play,
I'm trying.
and I'm gonna say this, man. Since you've started, you've made the fastest climb in a person's game I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's unreal.
I mean, it's unreal. I mean, you started taking lessons midway through last year. We're not even halfway through this year, and you've already broken 90. So that's phenomenal.
It really
Kudos.
is.
Hats off to you.
Appreciate it.
So I gotta ask, what's in the bag? What are you swinging? What's let's talk about that.
What's in my bag right now? I just got some new irons. I'm swinging the TaylorMade's Sims Max 2s.
Okay.
That's all my irons right now. My driver, my 5-wood, my 3-wood are the TaylorMade also.
Mhm.
It's the Sims ones.
Okay.
The Sims. The Sims Max. But I'm looking to put the Sims 2 Max in my bag because Jay trying to buy my Sims drive. He trying to buy my. No. It ain't in the car now, but man, them TaylorMade so far so good for me.
Yeah.
You know, I was swinging the Nikes.
You had the blue ones, the blue and lime.
Yeah, I had the Vapors.
The Vapors.
Yeah, I got those Vapors back in 2015. Right when I got those, got them fitted. Nike Mike, my guy, plugged me. Did a great job getting me fitted, getting my clubs for free. But I tore a ligament in my thumb, so I couldn't play. So they were just sitting in my garage for 3 years.
So to that, he got them. Me and another cousin of ours, Wayne, that was on the show, we were like, man, Joe jumping out there with us, it's going down. But he was always in season.
Always in season.
So he never really could, fighting him on the trips. But then he finally jumped out on one, and you had a great time.
Man, I won't miss another one. I won't miss another trip. Trip in Vegas with Zebo's birthday.
Yeah, my birthday.
The AZ trip, the golf trip with you guys. Like, I won't miss nothing. I had a great time, man. Good golf, good people. Smoked some good cigars. Had some great cigar lounges.
Absolutely.
Like, man, that was... Shoot. You can't beat that.
You can't. Let me ask you this question. I'm not trying to compare the two sports, football and golf. But would you say that the same competitive nature resides in both?
For me, it definitely does.
Okay.
Because I'm a perfectionist. Like I try to perfect everything I do. And like with the game of golf, that's one thing right now I haven't perfected. But just like my golf game is like me playing football and basketball in high school.
Okay.
Like I have a day or two where I look like, man, I'm getting there. And then I have a game or two. It's like, come on, man, what the hell you doing? Yeah. And that's the same way my football and basketball games in high school. I go out there and score 35. Yeah. Next game, I go out there and score 15 and miss 8 free throws. I go out there and golf, hitting my driver straight that day, right? Yeah. Chipping good. Yeah. Tuesday was good. I go out there Thursday, I can't hit my driver straight. I can't putt. I can't chip. Yeah. But it's one of them things for me, competitiveness. Like I know I'm competitive. And if the course is kicking my butt, I know I'm going to do everything in my power the next time I get out there to not have these same results. Right. And one thing about golf I had to realize, but it took me a while to realize, I'm not playing against y'all.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's me in this course today. Mm-hmm. And once I realized that and just started focusing on, hey man, it's a par 4. Yeah. I'm just trying to play bogey golf today. Once I started realizing that, once I started like football, everything is repetition. Yep. My lessons. Even if I can't go play, I need to go swing these. I need to practice my stuff at home. But once I started doing that and started preparing and had that mindset, like my mindset, like I'm still going to go play football or I'm preparing for a basketball game, I started taking that mindset to the golf course and to my golf game. I'm practicing. I'm getting my lessons. I'm watching my lessons on film to see what I'm doing. So the next time I go out there, even though I'm not watching it, it's in the back of my head, and I remember that feel, and I remember how I want to look at the end of my swing. Yeah. I remember my setup. Yeah. I remember my hands, stuff like that. But that's the same thing with football. If I'm lining up at receiver, I want to do everything the same. Yeah. So I can't give nothing away. Yeah. And if I'm doing everything the same, before you know it, it's not gonna be no thinking. I'm just going out there and playing. Yeah, right. And that's how when I was in AZ, it wasn't no more thinking about my feet, my stance. It was just, when I done put the work in over the last 3 or 4 weeks, it's just time for me to go ahead and play. Yeah.
They was like, man, Joe broke 86. He did what? Where's the card? Right. But he did it, what, 2? He did it twice?
Back-to-back days.
Yeah. And I can see you doing it soon too, but your problem is, just like you said,
it's here. Yeah.
This right here, and realize that you already have everything it takes to succeed or to meet your golf goal, because none of us are ever really going to conquer golf, right? I mean,
it's impossible.
Have a bad day.
It's impossible.
But you can still meet certain goals that you set for yourself.
Right.
Like when I first met you, I told you, I said, man, you're a nice golfer. I don't know this stuff you're talking about. You can't hit that, but you can shoot 90s every time. Yeah. There's no difference between you, me, Doc, and Zebo. There's no difference between you, me, Doc, and Zebo, except a little bit of experience. But what you just said is so key. All that what you just described is so key. A lot of times guys can hit, but they don't know how to manage
the game.
They don't know how to manage the course. Just because you hit a bad drive, that don't mean you're not going to get a par. I hit plenty of times where I didn't hit a fairway, but I still got that par.
Well, I don't care how you get it.
Because you know how you get the rebound, your recovery shots, and all that. So you think that, so like you said, like the mindset, so the same work ethic that you had for basketball and football is identical for you in the game of golf.
It's identical.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about it. A lot of stuff that I do when I'm training for football, a lot of my hip movements, it's the same in golf.
Yeah.
If I get a mad ball and Jay read the wall, I know my mad ball throws. That's your same swing.
Yeah.
Just got a club in your hand. A lot of stuff that I've been doing training for football is the same stuff that I need for golf. Wow. And the thing about with my golf lessons, everything I'm doing, they film it.
Yep.
Just like a practice.
Golf Tech, right?
At Golf Tech. Yep. Everything I do at practice, they film, so I can go watch it at home. Yeah. Everything I do at Golf Tech, I can see the goods and the bads on my phone when I get home.
It's just like reviewing game film.
Just like I'm reviewing game film.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
At the 19th. Man, so again, man, hats off to your climb in the game. I mean, I've seen it personally. I mean, it's been amazing. And it's good to know that same mindset that you have for basketball, football, golf, it's all there, and it definitely shows in your results. So again, hats off to you in that. Definitely, much respect in that. And I'm sure a lot of guys at the shop will say the same. Even Wayne too, because it's your climb has been phenomenal. How's the stick smoking?
Man, it's better than advertised. I'll tell you that. You know, Jay Reed's a great salesman. he's a great salesman. But hey, I like this, man. It's
I would never recommend anything to anybody that I don't smoke myself.
right. And
I smoke these.
And the crazy thing about it, 9 out of 10 cigars you recommend to us are great, especially that Southern Draw Rose of Sharon. That Southern Draw Rose of Sharon is the truth, man. That's one of those sticks we can smoke right now. You can smoke them on the course. Yeah. I think we smoking those in Arizona. I mean, in Vegas.
We did.
We were smoking those in Vegas every day.
I bought them out. I think we bought them out.
He ran out. I got to give him my last one. Yeah. But man, this right here is pretty darn good, man.
Yeah.
So what do you find yourself in terms of cigars, kind of some of your go-tos?
Oh, man. The box press Davidoff. The Rose of Sharon, Southern Draw Rose of Sharon. The 146.
Placencia?
Placencia, the 146. Yeah. I like the God of Fire. The 1964 Padron.
That's a standard.
Yeah. That's one of the ones
that everybody's talking about.
The 64, not the 26.
Right. The 64.
Yeah.
And the Parada, number 9.
Oh, the number 9.
The number 9. You can't go wrong with the 9.
It's a boat.
And
it's a boat. It's a boat.
And our good friend Ken's.
Oh yeah,
the Arrival. The Arrival. That's a damn good midday smoke.
Absolutely.
Man, that's one of them smokes you can smoke during the day and still get on with your day.
What's your favorite Fatula shape in the Arrival? You sold the Toro.
I like the Toro.
Me too.
I like the Toro.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think that's starting to become the fan favorite.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. If I'm on the course, I'm gonna have either the Grand Cru or the box press from Davidoff, Southern Draw, the Rose of Sharon, or the Arrival.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm having mine because those one of the ones where
can't argue with it.
It's not gonna throw my game off because it's not too strong.
Yeah,
and I can still go out there and play my game and enjoy my stick at the same time.
Yeah.
Man, I've seen you smoke one of them legals on the course, and I'm asking like, man, how's he doing it?
Yeah, I got stopped.
Man, you must have had a couple of bad holes and then fired that up.
Man, I was hitting 2 days before that. I was hitting my driver straight. that front 9, I was hitting a drastic fade where I was aiming all the way left just to come back to the tip of the right fairway.
Yeah,
I fired that number 9 up there and got me hitting it back straight. Now
I forget what. I think it's on the front. No, it's on the back. It's one of them. There was a par 3 on the back that's along the street at Sienna. We all stopped. Like you pull up on the right side. You pull up on the left side. The tee box is on the tee box on the right, and there's a row of houses in the street. And that's what we lit up at. I'm like, man, we just spoke.
Because number 14.
Number 9. Damn.
Yeah, I was in bad shape that day, man. I wasn't trying to mess up everybody. Everybody else was playing a good round, and they didn't want to throw out the vibe. So I was like, man, let me smoke some strong to calm me down.
Yeah,
it's the game of golf.
It is.
Like you said, I could hit. I think I'm just as good as anybody with my irons. If I'm hitting them right, I don't care if I'm off the tee with them and the fairway with them. But for some reason, man, if I'm just not feeling the shot that I know that I should be, and it's mental, like you said.
Right.
It's like, man, I can't. It's hard for me to get out that funk.
Yeah.
But that's just the game.
Right. And that's that game of golf, man. That just football came so easy.
Yeah.
Basketball came extremely easy.
So what eventually turned you on to playing golf? Like you said, you got the clubs, but you said you had the hand injury. You're still in season. What was it that said, you know what, I'm gonna go do this? And then once you started playing, it's like, okay, if I'm going to do this, now this is what I'm gonna do to achieve these goals. So what was the final? You know what? This is what I want to do.
Probably during quarantine.
Okay.
Good friend, Glenn Sumter, Brian Watson. Our kids play baseball together. We was up, man. Hey man, we going to hit 9 every Tuesday and Thursday. So they was like, man, you want to just come? I was like, I ain't doing anything. I'm not that good. I'll come. They're like, well, we not that good, so we gonna get better together. I'm like, well, okay, cool. Because normally everybody that invite me out, they're really good golfers, and I feel like I'm holding them up. And I said, we was playing. I probably hit like, I was thinking the place up. I ain't gonna lie, it was hard.
Not a bucket of balls.
I went through like 18 balls on the front nine. It was bad, bro. It was bad.
We've been there.
And the last hole, I think it was hole 9, Sienna. You gotta hit that narrow pathway.
That gets me every time.
Everybody hit out.
Right.
My turn. I'm like, man, I'm just swinging by then. I'm like, man, I'm not buying no more balls. I'm going home. Wow. Caught it straight through. And that's what got me.
That's the shot that brings. That's what. It's funny you say that because every time somebody's playing bad and they hit that one shot, I can hear somebody in the back saying, "That's the shot that's gonna bring you back."
Yeah. And that's what did it. And we went back. That was on Tuesday. Went back out that Thursday, and I hit my driver a little bit better. I got on YouTube that night.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy I started following, Rick Shields.
Yes, sir. I follow Rick.
I started following Rick Shields, and he got like a 5-step video to hit your drive.
Yeah.
And I was in my mind frame, if I can hit my driver straight, I can dribble the ball on the ground with my irons, and I'd be okay. That's what I was thinking when I first got out there. So, man, I started watching that guy. I got out there Thursday, and I'm applying what he was saying. Okay, this stuff worked. And I started hitting my drive a little better. But it took me probably like 3 or 4 weeks to realize, man, I'm not as bad as I think. I really can do this. But if I go get some lessons, I'm going to be, instead of me being around 115, I'm going to break 110.
Right.
And I'm not going to be holding everybody up on the hole.
Yeah.
Before you know it, I started getting lessons. And then before you know it, I'm broke 110. I'm 105. Okay, cool. Now I'm shooting for 100. And then I started playing with Warren, started playing with Wayne, the guys that's up normally in the 90s. Mm-hmm. And I realized, okay, if they shooting down in the 90s, if I'm shooting 100, I'm not holding them up.
Right.
I'm a stroke on every hole behind.
Yeah.
But if I'm shooting 110, I'm 2 to 3 strokes, so I'm really holding guys up.
Right.
And my whole thing was, I wasn't trying, when I started doing lessons, when I started playing golf, I really wasn't trying to like break 80, break 90. My whole thing was, I want to be able to go out there and play with guys that was pretty good.
And keep up.
And I want to keep up.
Pace of play.
Yeah. I just want to keep the pace of play up because I hated, guys wasn't saying it, but I can get dudes' body language like, come on, man.
Yeah.
When you get to the tee box, they just, hey man, what'd you get your deuce? Yeah. You're like, damn, I ain't much putt yet. Like, I just wanted to be that guy. Like,
it's like that. Yeah.
I wanted to feel it. I just wanted to be good enough. So no matter where we go play, I wasn't holding us up.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think keeping up with the pace is definitely key, especially if you got some guys in the group that's having a good rhythm.
Right.
You don't want to be the cause of that.
Yeah. Because if you had an opportunity to play with Sam, and Sam is so long off the tee, and it's like if you're not hitting the ball, it's like he up there waiting. Yeah. Every drive he hit is like 3+.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The most awkward swing I've ever seen in golf.
Yeah.
300 plus.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
He'll ask you. He'll look back and ask you, "Hey man, you think I can carry that house?"
You know you can carry that
you know you can carry that house. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Go back to swinging up.
He did that to me at Parallel. That water?
Yeah.
He did it to me at Parallel too.
What it do, young fella? I said, Sam, man. You know that ball.
What it do, young fella?
Yeah.
That's it.
Over the trees, over the houses. Dog didn't get the fairway.
What it do, young fella? Oh man, is it smoking better now? I gotta ask because I see a lot.
Still smoking good to me.
Smoking good to me too.
Oh man,
I like it. It's green.
Might have bought me a few of these jokers.
I think they are available here.
Oh yeah, John like that.
John like that.
Right?
Man, we coming close, man. I gotta ask before we get out of here. We tried to stay, we're not a football show, but you played the game.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta ask. You played with the Pats. Right, you won the Super Bowl with Brady. Some say the GOAT. Is it the man or is it the system? because everybody, he went to Tampa Bay and he won. I mean, the guy is, give him a chance in the playoffs, and it's like you can't bet against him.
Man, it's
So what is it? What's your opinion? You played with him?
I'm always, I would have to say it's 60-40.
60-40?
Because I'm always one of those guys that players got to play.
Yep.
Players got to make the plays. The coaches can put you in every position.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't make the play, that's not on the coach.
Yeah.
That's on the player.
Yep.
But when coaches put you in those positions and you go out there and dominate and make those plays, the players still have to make the play.
Right.
And it's going to be some plays, there's going to be some play calling that it's not going to be right for this defense, or it's going to be some defensive calls that's not going to be right for their offense. But guess what? You got a player out there that can erase that. Nobody would never know.
Right.
So I would say it's Brady, but man, Bill's the best coach I've ever been around.
Yeah.
Like his mindset and his ways to prepare for a team and to know what a team is going to do before they even do it, it's ridiculous. Like we used to be beating somebody. We used to beating the Bears. It was 2014. We beating the Bears like at 21 at halftime. And we like, man, we got them. Bill was like, hey, man, they've been running cover 3 the whole game. We've been killing them on this now, on the flats, whatever, not. They're going to switch to cover 2. So that first half game plan, get it out your mind. We're going to come in and we're going to do X, Y, Z. I'm like, man, Bill, they ain't ran cover 2 like that since last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they ain't ran quarters like that since last year. He's like, they're going to quarters or cover 2. Whatever they go to, we about to kill them. I want to say like 8 minutes into the third quarter, we didn't put another 21 points up on.
They switch.
And they playing quarters and cover 2. And I'm over there thinking like,
he got a crystal ball.
that dude knows something. Yo. And it just, the way Bill can make the adjustments in game. Another example, we playing against the Lions that Super Bowl year. They got Ndamukong Suh. They got Nick Farley out of
Auburn.
Mm. 2 big monsters. We couldn't run the ball that first quarter to save our life. He came over there, LaFell, y'all, you gonna be our outside running game. I said, no the hell I ain't. No the hell I'm not. Like, I'm not running the ball. I said, I'm not getting in the backfield. He's over there doing the James White. He's like, no. Our outside running game, we're gonna throw you screens. Just give us 5 yards. First down, we throwing screens, give us 5 yards. Second and 5. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
You should have said that at first.
Should have led with. That's what you should have led with. And we started doing that before you know it. It opened up the run game for us, running the ball. We doing this and that. Beat the Lions by 14 points. And I'm like, man, this dude is magical.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you sit there and watch film with Brady, and the way they showed this one defensive set, and we was playing against the Jets. They blitzed like crazy. That's when they had Rex Ryan as the coach. They blitzed like crazy. Right. And he paused it. I'm looking like, he's like, hey man, we're gonna run this play. I'm like, TB, I don't think that's gonna work. He's like, yeah, it's gonna work. I'm like, man, we probably ain't gonna have time. They got 3 guys showing here. You got 2 guys showing here. He's like, well, if they bring all these guys, I'm gonna throw it to Jules Hot. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna bust them right there. He's like, but if they showing like this, they got them 3 guys over there showing. One can come, these 2 can come. He got to drop out, or all 3 of them gonna come. They're gonna have to drop out. I'm looking like, yeah, if they do that, we can run that. He here playing everything he just said happened. I just set my ass down and said, yep, that's what we can do. That's what we can do. Wow. But Brady's, you can't throw nothing at Brady you haven't seen.
Yeah.
Every defense you've seen, every blitz you've seen. So I always tell people, they're like, hey man, how y'all know we was doing this? And I said, when y'all was on step B, we was on D. I said, we knew what y'all was going to adjust to before y'all coach told y'all was adjusting. And I said, when Brady's at the line checking plays, your coordinator should be worried. I said, if he's not checking plays, y'all got a chance. But if he get at the line and start checking plays, you in trouble. And everybody was like, yeah, man, we'll be like, we're going to show some, and then he'll check out of it, and we'll go back to what we're showing, and then we'll go back to what we was going to do. Then he'll check again. Yeah. I said, you in trouble. I said, all that disguising, y'all doing this, y'all doing that. I said, Brady knows everything. And I said, when he started checking plays, we got you. We already know we're going to beat you. We just don't know if it's going to be by 10 or it's going to be by 20. We're going to beat y'all today.
Checkmate. He's checking plays. 60-40. So he truly does bring that leadership mentality to the huddle.
I never seen this dude rattle in my life. I never seen him rattle. Even the games that we was losing, I never seen him come to the huddle and, hey man, we got to do this, we got to do that. Super Bowl game, we down 10 points. TV timeout. We're in the huddle on the field. And I'm looking at Tom like, hey man, what's the play? And Tom is just like, what's the play? He's just still. I said, Tom. He's like, what? I said, where you at? He's like, oh man, I just got the JT playing in my head. And I'm like, bro, we down 10 points in the fourth quarter. Like, if this guy can be that calm, but all the pressure's on the quarterback, I'm relaxed.
Yeah.
Because we got something here.
Yeah.
We got something. I know he's calm. He's going to make the play. He's going to get the ball to whoever we need to get the ball to. We're about to win this game. But I never seen that dude rattle under pressure, crack. I never seen him MF a guy for dropping the ball, for missing the block.
Yeah.
Never seen him.
Yeah. That's I don't know what else to say. Because the guy keeps producing.
Yeah.
Just like you have your entire career. You had a great career at LSU. Great career in the NFL. I mean, you're having a great golf. Starting out as well. Now we're just about on time. Reed, you got anything else? Or you want to go ahead?
I want to get his shoes, man. Make sure you get a close up on these shoes, man. Look at this, man. Tell me about the shoes real quick.
Man, Versace's, the rapper 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz did collab with Versace and did these shoes about 2 or 3 years ago. Man, I didn't like them when they first came out. The big sole. I'm like, man, they're like marshmallow shoes.
The shoes.
Man, when I told my Achilles, man, these was one of the only pair of shoes that was comfortable.
Yeah.
And I bought almost every pair.
Wow.
And man, they still like, that was my comfort. Like everybody like, man, why you wearing them shoes? So I'm like, man, when you get out that walking boot, you still need to have your heels, some cushion on the heel. I'm like, bro, you don't need no more cushion than this. But one question I wanted to ask y'all guys. What are your favorite courses you played in Texas or in Houston? And what are your
I guess asking us questions. Okay.
And what are your bucket list courses in America that you want to play?
I think you already know mine. I'm gonna let Reed go first.
Wow. Man.
In Houston,
course in Houston?
Houston or Texas?
Give me Houston and give me Texas.
Best course in Houston I played is I would say Memorial, man. I really enjoyed playing Memorial. This was before the renovation.
You haven't been over there since the renovation?
I've been over there since the renovation. I'm trying to get over there, but I just like playing where nature, you're surrounded by nature. You know, you're not hitting and there's houses around, or not a lot of cars or streets and all that, but you're surrounded by trees, you're surrounded by people running on the track and all that, man. So I really enjoyed Memorial in Houston. My favorite course in Texas, I would have to say, is Lake Jackson, man. I love playing out there at the Wilderness. I love the Wilderness, man. I love the Wilderness.
No houses.
No houses, man. And wildlife and all that. Just you and golf.
Man, I was playing the Wilderness with him and Zebo one day. Came off the green, walking to the cart. Was walking over some roots.
Oh boy,
man! I seen a snake, scared the shit out of me.
Uh-oh.
I damn near jumped in Zebo's arms.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, I ain't lying.
Oh man,
Zebo's about 2 feet behind me. I damn near jumped in his arms.
Wow.
Yeah. Courses in Houston. Man, I played a lot, man. The championship course at Cypress Wood is definitely in my top 3. The Marsh course at Kingwood. The Marsh course at Kingwood is literally going to make you use every club in your bag. Every club. And then last but not least, I'd probably have to go with Black Horse South.
I love Black Horse South.
Black Horse South is really good. Yeah. Black Horse South.
Yeah.
Those are probably my top 3. Hanging in there pretty good too is just Cypress Lakes. That's a pretty good course because it's water. on every hole. And if your iron game ain't right, it's gonna be a long day.
Right.
In Texas, man, I played a lot, bro. In Texas, any course in Austin, Barton Ridge, designed by Robert Trent Jones.
Yeah.
Any course there is off the chain. And then, last but not least, bucket list. Whew. I got two that's really, really bucket list items. One is Pebble Beach.
Mm-hmm.
I've said that before.
Yeah, you got to stay to play there.
You got to stay to play. Yeah, you got to. And then two, the dunes in Oregon. Yeah, those would probably be my two bucket list courses.
Yeah, my bucket list probably would be Pebble. And what's the one we watched? The one that had that 19th hole that was par 3.
That's in Missouri.
I want to play that.
That's on the Cedar. It's like Cedar something Lodge. It's in Missouri. It's a resort.
Yeah.
But it's 5 courses there.
Yeah.
And then Tiger designed the latest one.
You got to stay to play there too.
I don't know, but the way I was looking at it online, you might as well because ain't nothing there, ain't nothing else.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's a golf trip idea one day.
Absolutely.
They got 5 courses. We just stay there.
I'm telling you.
Might as well. Any other questions?
That's it.
I've been around. I mean, I played a lot of courses. I played in Hawaii. I played in Mexico. I played Phoenix.
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah.
Louisiana.
That course I just played at Cabo was
Amazing.
I say elevations, the views, the fairways, the greens. Man, it was.
When you go on vacation, you're not playing no slouch golf.
Oh no, not at all. I don't think anywhere we played on vacation, it's been top notch.
It's been amazing.
I want to get on Blue Jack though.
Oh, okay. On that note,
Got it.
hey man, once again, man, we're here at the 19th. This is what we do. I'm Warren Hardy, Jay Reed. Big shout out to Mr. LaFell for coming through, stopping by. Shout out to iStogies. This is our 19th hole, and thank you guys for joining us. Signing out.
You knew you could beat me to the 19th hole. The 19th hole. I'm at the 19th hole, fellowshipping with a few folks. My game was on, so I won by a few strokes. Cognac and a few totes. We gon' talk about our views and let the news post. Whether a hole in one or a triple bogey. Sit down at the round table, get to know me. Black excellence, living holy. Golf carts get driven slowly while we picking stogies. We at the clubhouse for another episode. The shoes I wear when I play, they are retros. I got reach out in Pebble Beach. Fine cigars and some leather seats, and you can let us be. You can meet me at the 19th hole.